Welcome back to MJL 3764 Collecting Elvis on Vinyl. Today I thought we'd take a look at another movie soundtrack album in detail. As on other videos, I'll give you a line from the film and you can see which film I'm talking about. Obviously you've seen the thumbnail, so you probably know which film it's going to be, but let's play along and see if you would have gotten it anyway by the line that I give you. So let's pick a soundtrack. Okay, right. The line will be, just be thankful she's a loser. Just be thankful she's a loser. Would you have got the movie by that line? Or better still, Mayday, Mayday. Of course it's 1965's Girl Happy. Girl Happy was an MGM release. It originally came out on video. This is one of the copies you could have got in this collection here. This is one that's actually survived this video. Unfortunately, most of my video collection I had to throw away. It was hard to do, but they'd gathered dust and they was unplayable. This one thankfully has survived and still plays. It's also available obviously on DVD. Now I've got this DVD, this is a right hodgepodge, this one. This features 4 films. However, there's only 3 discs. So you have 2 discs which look like that, which is very similar to another series of DVDs of Elvis. And the 3rd disc looks like that, and it's 2-sided. So you've got Girl Happy on one side and Harem Scarum on the other side on a plain disc. A very funny release, that one. Anyway, back to the album. Now, in the UK this was issued in mono and stereo, as was all of Elvis's albums in the 60s bar 2 in the UK. There's 2, or do you know which 2 they were? Any UK fan should know. The 2 which was only issued in mono in the 60s were Elvis, the NBC TV special, and the compilation album Flaming Star and Summer Kisses. All the other albums were available in mono and stereo, so it's nice to collect both of them. There's still quite a few of the movie soundtracks I need on the stereo, but luckily I have this one on mono and stereo. They're both on the red dot, so let's take a look at them. This is the mono copy. That's seen by the RD. That's great cover, I think, this one. Backside looks like that. Mono copy. That's on the nice red dot label. That's the mono copy. Stereo copy. SF code. And exactly the same, except for the stereo. And that's also on the red dot. Latter copy on the international label. Slightly different back cover. And that's on the green international label. Around 1981. Another copy here. This is on the new black German label. which looks like that. Again, it's got the barcode on the back. And here we have, well, it should be a giveaway with the big RCA on the left hand side. This is a French copy. Again, it's got the RCA there. Cover, and this is on the orange. Girl Happy was Elvis's 17th movie, and contrary to popular belief, certainly in the UK anyway, Elvis was still very, very popular. This album got to number 8 in the UK album charts. Okay, it wasn't a number 1 album, but it still was top 10. Remember the year's 1965, the Beatles are probably at their height. Elvis is 30 years old, still looking very good. Any picture you see, any publicity still from this picture, Girl Happy, I think it looks really good. As for the tracks, favourites for me would be Girl Happy, Spring Fever, Cross My Heart, Hope to Die, and obviously the bonus song You'll Be Gone, which we know was recorded a little while earlier, and gave Elvis a writing credit along with Red West and Charlie Hodge, as you see there. Apparently this song was based on Begin to Begin. Of course, this album is available on CD. This is the FTD version. Very nice release, as are all the FTDs. And with lots of outtakes. A nice booklet. This was issued twice actually. This is the original copy. You can see by that bottom right hand corner there. There's a difference on the latter copies. So this one features the wrong take of You'll Be Gone. That was corrected later and it was issued again. So there's 2 copies of this on FTD if you're a collector to get hold of. Of course you can get it in the 60th anniversary box set. Looking like that. With the nice retro American label. Back looks like that. I believe there was no bonus photo in this release, which was unusual because they had started to issue bonus photos for most of the soundtracks. Of course it's available on the double features with Harem Holiday. And there's a few bootlegs available out there. This is one on the Bilko label. As I said earlier, Elvis looked really good in this movie, and this is one of my favourite all-time photos of Elvis around that time. This is Girl Happy at the World's Fair, which features obviously Girl Happy and It Happened at the World's Fair alternative releases. Picture of Elvis there with Mary Ann Mobley, who was also in Harem Scarum. Obviously quite a few actors and actresses was in this film, which was in previous or latter Elvis films. This was Shelley Fabre's first film, Girl Happy. She would obviously star in Spin Out and Clambake later on. They're singles. This is quite an interesting release for singles, as some of the Elvis soundtracks like Roustabout, Paradise Hawaiian Style, Harem Scarum didn't feature any singles. This one featured a single on B-side and 2 B-sides in the UK. So let's take a look at them. The first single release from Girl Happy in 1965 was Do the Clam, backed with You'll Be Gone. This reached number 19 in the UK charts. Here we have 3 variants of the same single. This is variation number 1, variation number 2, and the jukebox copy, variation number 3. I'll let you pause the video at your own leisure and you can see the differences between that disc, this disc and this disc. On all discs, on the B side You'll Be Gone, they've spelt Charlie's name wrong. Charlie Hodge, as you can see, it's spelt wrong. That's incorrect on all of these copies. So that was the first single. Obviously, I believe the B side was better than the A side, but that's personal preference. Also in 1965, this single was issued. Tell Me Why. Now this was an older recording from 1957, which probably turned up when they were looking for material for the Elvis for Everyone album, which also featured older material. The reason we're featuring this single is the B-side was actually a track from Girl Happy, which was Puppet on a String. We've got 3 variants of the single here. This is variation 1, variation 2, and variation 3. Again, I'll let you pause so you can see the differences on those 3 copies. And of course I've got my jukebox copy as well. Tell Me Why, backed with Puppet on a String, reached number 15 in the UK charts in 1965. Another single, Blue River, was issued in 1966, and this featured another Girl Happy song on the flip side, and that was Do Not Disturb. And here are 4 variations of that single. Again, I'll let you pause to see the subtle differences. That's variation 1, 2, 3, and the jukebox copy, the dink copy, 4. This single got to number 22 in the UK charts. So that's Girl Happy, an underrated film in my opinion. Lots of wish you were here scenery, Elvis looks good, songs are pretty good. The only real movie song I'd say in this film was Wolf Call. The vocal maybe could have been a bit better on Starting Tonight, but apart from that I enjoy the film and I enjoy the soundtrack. So until the next time, just remember, while there's music, life's no waste.